Okay guys, so you hopefully have gotten the problems off my website, so you hopefully my suggestion is to work these out first and then watch the video, make corrections as you go through. If you're not, I would probably want you to pause the video and get the problems, work them out, and then check over your work with the video. Okay, so I pulled a few problems that I was noticing were causing problems with some students today. The first one, you have 2x to the power of 6 over 3x to the power of 2, and that's also raised to the power of 3. I want to see if I can simplify my coefficients, and in this case I cannot. However, I can simplify the bases of x. I have x to the power of 6, x to the power of 2. I have 6 on top, 2 on bottom. Cancel what you can cancel. You end up with just 4 x's on top. So I have x to the power of 4. So I'm going to rewrite it. 2, 3, x, 4. And then that's going to get raised to the power of 3. Here's what needs to happen next. I need to bring in this 3. You can just call it distribute. I'm distributing the 3 to each one of the bases. So I have 2 to the power of 3. When you have a power, you multiply the exponents. X to the power of 12 over 3 to the power of 3. You need to evaluate at this point. It means you're going to do 2 times 2 times 2, which will give you 8. Switch pins here. 8. X to the power of 12. I can't do anything with that. And then 3 cubed gives you 27. Check and make sure that you can't simplify it any further, which you cannot. So you're good at this point. And that is your final answer. Okay, the next one. Seems pretty simple, but I just kind of want to check in with you about this one. I have this a to the power of negative 8. I know that I'm not supposed to have negative exponents, so that needs to move. Here's the deal. The only thing that's going to move is this term, this piece right there. The 4 will stay on bottom because that negative 8 is not going to the 4. It's only going to the a. So my final answer on this one, pretty simple, quick one, is I have a to the power of 8 over 4. And that is your final answer for that one. Just make sure that you're not moving the 4. Now, if there were parentheses around the 4 and the a, then you would move both of them. But since there's no parentheses, you're not going to move the 4. You'll leave it on bottom. Okay, my next problem. Several things going on here. I'm going to take care of anything that I could inside, which I can't, so I'm going to take care of this negative exponent. So I have 3, a negative 3 raised to the power of negative 3. Now be careful with that. I see that it's in parentheses, so I need to show that in parentheses on the bottom. So I have negative 3 in parentheses raised to the power of negative 3. Then I'm going to distribute it over here, and that gives me a to the power of, I'm sorry, that once I move it, it turns positive. Then I have a to the power of 12, which is going to be positive because I put it on bottom. I'm going to put a 1 there to hold the spot. Now, just to be sure, I want to check my calculator because there was a set of parentheses there, so I'm going to plug it in. Negative 3 in parentheses, negative 3, raise it to the power of 3, just to check and see, and I do get negative 27. When will that make a difference? Whenever you have an even exponent, that's whenever that's going to make a difference with the parentheses. So that gives me 1 over 27, a to the power of 12, times, and I'm going to make this as my numerator, this 4a to the power of 6. Also going to bring in my exponents. 4 squared gives me 16. A to the power of 6 will be a to the power of 12. And it looks like I made a problem where these are going to cancel out. That's okay. I have 27, so whenever I multiply, I end up with 16 a to the power of 12 over 27 a to the power of 12. Now, technically, these are going to cancel out because 12 minus 12 is 0. So I would not have any a's left over, so I have 16 over 27. But I don't remember you having anything where the bases of your variables are canceling out. So that just happened on this one problem. Normally you will simplify there before you put your final answer. Okay. Next problem we have, you have inside parentheses 1 over 4 a to the power of 6, and all of that is raised to the power of negative 2. So inside the parentheses, I want to see if I can simplify, which this problem I can't. So I'm going to distribute this negative 2. Basically, everything that's down here is about to move up. So that gives me 4 to the power of 2, and then that gives me a to the power of 12. I need to evaluate the 4 to the power of 2. That's going to give me 16, and then a to the power of 12. And that's the final answer on that one. You have the 1 raised to the power of negative 2. That's really not going to make any difference because you just have 1 times 1 on the bottom and you still have the same final answer. Okay. Okay, so now let's get to one of these. It's a little bit